Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us on tonight's. Go back and tonight's episode of Mini Paint and Chill, featuring me, Wheeler, who I will be on screen in a second, and he, Chris, who you can't see right now because he has to lean forward a little bit.
No such thing.
But we wanted to get back into the action. Nothing specific that we're painting tonight, just delving into the proverbial Hoard. If you can't see us, I'm sorry. We're trying out a new setup because I currently have a map behind everything, so hopefully you can see us. Just if we're a little bit forward. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Little bits out of the way. Follow the channel if you haven't already. Please consider subscribing. Don't forget to resubscribe if you Twitch Prime subscribed. We really appreciate it. We are getting more of that content I promised you out there. Be sure to join us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next episode of Over the Kalejaw Peaks. Sunday for Back and Stylus, 4 p.m. EST to 6 p.m. EST, and then we're going to pick up where we were supposed to pick up this week in the Mines game on Tuesday. We just had some stuff happen. Everyone's fine, but life comes in the way sometimes, and life is way more important than D&D. So, other than that, thanks for joining us. If you have any questions or want to say anything to us while you're in chat, feel free, because we will just be here for the next 2 hours painting and having a good time. So. Yeah, you guys skirted out of that on Tuesday.
Wait, skirted out of what?
That map that I made?
Oh. I mean, it's not like it's going anywhere.
It's not, you're right. Yeah, our faces are going to be just like popping in and out. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a good spot for the webcam, but you'll still be able to hear us, so.
Yeah, it's like straddling the other camera. It's pretty cool.
Which, I mean, the point is not seeing our faces, the point is seeing the minis that we're painting, so it all worked out. I was requested to paint the Warforged, so that is what I'm going to do. Also, hello Ashley, thank you for joining us.
So, if you guys watched what I was doing last Sunday, you would have seen that I was doing some supports for some minis. I actually got my first couple prints done. This thing is very high up on screen. Where is it?
You can't see it.
Is that centered?
You actually might have.
Yeah, hard to see here because the light's down below, but tilt them forward. Yeah. Got Bryce, got Aster. Aster did not print very well either time. I have to go back and do some edits on his supports. Like, printed him a couple times with a couple different resins, and nothing perfect yet. Workable if I want to just, like, test color palettes for him, which I will. But very good Bryce. And then I got Umber, my character from the Monday night game, who y'all probably aren't too familiar with because you haven't seen him, but printed him regular size, printed him big size. So, like, this is basically a nice little, like, statue, or, like, you know, almost like a little, just a figure to have. Technically, if we were using, like, the enlarge spell, and minis for the enlarge spell, would be able to use this for that, but...
Yeah, unfortunately, the webcam is not focusing, or the camera's not focusing because it's an autofocus DSLR, so sorry.
Do we not have it on?
It's on right now, but it's focused down here.
Oh, okay.
So we will.
I'm not gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, take some time to show you later in the stream. So, but thank you for joining us. Going for extra chill vibes. I hope everyone has had a great week. And even though I'm pretty sure she's not watching, congratulations to Liz, who had her baby.
Yeah.
Beautiful, lovely Willow. Born on the 1st of the month.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay.
Man, this is going to be really annoying. It's so tight. I haven't painted a small mini.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna actually test out my stuff on Umber with a flat head first, because I know He's not the final one.
Sculpts are really cool. Fortunately, they are. Bebe. Speaking of, Honor wanted me to start, even though we just finished Schitt's Creek, I didn't watch the beginning with her, and she wanted me to watch it from the beginning. And she was like, just so you know, the characters aren't the same as what you remember because you were watching towards the end. And I was like, then why would I want to watch? I like the characters at the end.
Well, I mean, you gotta appreciate their character growth. Oh, man.
Bebe. I find myself talking like Moira now because I've watched it enough, and it's really annoying because like some of my E's at the end of things or like Y's the end, I start to go like instead of E, and it's kind of annoying.
Sure. So I just started watching, literally last night, just started watching the show on Netflix called In the Dark. Not Into the Dark, not the Hulu, horror anthology, but In the Dark. It's basically this like dramedy of this blind girl who has like big Bella Swan, Kristen Stewart vibes, but like way better acting. Because she's not written terribly. And she, like, her friend is like murdered, or like she's pretty sure he's been murdered, and she's trying to like solve it, and there's some like weird stuff happening, and her like other stuff is going on in her life. And I got through the first couple episodes. It's very good.
New shows are always fun.
There's 2 seasons of it, so it's not that new, but I'm only just now watching.
I'm really interested in starting WandaVision because apparently it's really good.
Yeah, we're only 4 episodes in. It is thrilling. I have to grab a napkin.
Go for it. How's everyone's week going? Talk to me, chat. My week has gone pretty decently. I had some people from work in town, and that's always fun. Again, sorry for those of you who are just joining and can't see our faces if that's why you're coming to watch. I had to do the best I could with the layout that I have. Apparently there are a lot of Easter eggs in WandaVision.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
It's Marvel. What do you expect?
that's fair. I haven't seen any of it yet. It is my solemn duty to most likely watch it with Hunter when the time comes. What have we been watching recently? Oh, I started getting back into Bones.
Okay.
Which, for those of you who don't know, is, even though it's like completely not even close to what forensic anthropology is, it is one of the main reasons I chose anthropology as my major. And it was really funny because my advisor, when I first got to college, was like, why did you want to join and be an anthropologist? And I was like, oh, I watched Bones a lot as a kid. And then I had a class with him, and he was like, yeah, for those of you who think that forensic anthropology is like Bones, it is nothing like Bones. And I was like, I literally told you less than 2 years ago that that's why I became an anthropologist.
So here, members.
He was waiting for me to join that class so he could be like, haha, I got you now, son. It's frozen.
Is it?
Oh, it looks like it's going fine.
You're watching it on Stream Manager View, though. Could just be. Damn, let me pull it up on mine.
Well, it's showing up on mine fine. Like, it's streaming to my phone. Maybe it's just it's for Ashley, so maybe it's y'all's internet or something.
Yeah. I don't know, I have an ad break, but other than that, it's working.
You're not subscribed to the channel, Chris?
right now, probably not. I think my month's just reset for Prime.
I think it is just the Wi-Fi. Okay, good. Just making sure on our end that everything's going okay. Ooh. Yeah, we're getting back into Bones. We've been watching it. And I remember why I love it so much. And then I also sit there and I realize how controversial some of the characters are. Because it was written in a different time.
Yeah, so it came out like 10 years ago.
Back when we had, before we had a moronic president, so people could be like, I'm a patriot, and it wasn't like an issue, or at least as much of an issue. So.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, then that's probably it. I remember the Xfinity going over your data usage, which I think is the dumbest thing, because you pay for internet above. I don't think I've run through it since my roommate moved out.
Does our month not reset at the beginning of the month? That's right. I'm pretty sure our month sets in the middle of the month.
Weird.
I don't know. Comcast is fucking dumb.
That is true. Metal colors in a while. No metal?
Don't all the metals have black lids?
I think they do. It was just, I usually put whenever I have a metal, I dip the tip so that way I know what it looks like from the top. I'm missing one. I know what color it is. Silver Dragon. Thank you. Yeah, ours resets at a weird time too. I think ours is the 26th of the month.
I also might not have turned off my VPN on my work computer.
Oh yeah, that does.
And that
like
doesn't
drain shit.
That doesn't cut off for cuts off 10 hours from when it starts. So I started at 9:15. So it should have cut off at 7:15 on its own. So it wouldn't be that. I don't know.
Oh. What's been going on with work?
I mean, not much. I transferred over to my actual direct supervisor this month, starting this month at least, that we're no longer like part of the new hire training program. We're fully
Acclimated?
yeah, fully doing stuff regular. Yeah, today specifically, we had a bit of a break in the morning when I first got on because our system wasn't letting anybody log on to like our network that we need to access the database. So like regular internet was working, but through the VPN, but just like external sites. We couldn't actually get to our system. So for like the first half hour of my shift, I was just chilling.
Sounds pretty cool. Ash says it definitely was the Wi-Fi, put her phone on data, but it definitely wasn't her. Oh, it's okay, Ash. I don't think Criss blamed me.
For what?
Put my phone on data, which is also a problem because of data.
Oh, yikes.
Ash's fault with the Wi-Fi.
My internet on my phone just reset for the month, but now that I'm not at Kimmy's all the time, I don't use a bunch of it.
The Wi-Fi or my data resets it. Which is really annoying because my job requires me to drive. So if I ever like,
You all right there?
if I ever go out to drive, posture check,
No.
right?
Posture check makes me go off screen, so I'll just be off screen.
I honestly don't know if it's louser or looser, but thank you either way. For those of you who just joined, because it looks like got a spike, please follow the channel, consider subscribing, and don't forget to resubscribe if Twitch Prime subscribe. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're literally just painting minis. I'm working on Warforged because I was requested of it earlier today, and Criss is working on his character from Monday Night Game that isn't on the stream.
Don't want it.
I don't want it. She's my queen.
Ciao.
Thanks for the follow. Again, I don't know if it's louser or looser, but either way, thank you for following the channel. We really appreciate it.
Ciao.
Kerchow, when you have 4 bowls for breakfast and only one of them is cereal. Kerchoo! One of my favorite memes.
You really gotta clean this fucking cup.
Yeah.
Because like we're gonna be getting paint particles in our brush when we're trying to wipe stuff off.
Yep. We'll work on it. Ooh. I'm thinking about getting rid of the latest cheer thing on. 'Cause I don't think we've had a cheer in
Nah.
brief stream.
I don't think so either.
Which is okay. I don't mind. Gotta put some used. Really? That's weird. It should be updating. I don't know what the issue is. What? Ash says that she's been cheering, but that it doesn't update. It shouldn't have to be any amount, because I'm pretty sure it just should just update it. Weird. It is possible. It would show up on the chat too, Ash, so I'm not saying that it's possible because it's you, it's just possible that Twitch is very weird sometimes.
You know what I can do? Easy one.
For those of you in chat, like I said, anything interesting happened this week? Talk to us. Let us know what's going on. Wait, are they wooden? They have wooden pieces? Ew.
Yeah, like their internal bits.
I think I let the... Oh no, it's still there. I was also thinking about that.
It's over there.
It is. It will. Switch over. Or contrast.
Yeah.
I have one in there called Purple Worm.
I don't want to do it this way. This contrast is not a good rich purple for a purple worm. Might be more like realistic, but that's a little too reddish. Oh, man down. This might be the first time I've opened this. Yeah, that's more like it.
Is it an animated series or is it like a real one? I'm not super. As much as, even though I studied ancient Greek, the language and the culture.
I don't know what that is.
I did watch for a second the Blood of Zeus.
Oh, that was good. That was a good series.
Yeah.
I finished that one in like a day, or like 2 days.
Everyone's favorite voice actor boy, isn't it?
Who?
Matt.
Mercer is in it? That's
Yeah.
right. I don't.
Plays Hermes.
Yeah, he's like a bit part. Comparatively.
Yeah, I think he says like a few lines from the parts that I watched.
Yeah.
And does like
Yeah. 3 big deaths, 3 little deaths.
yeah. 3 medium deaths. There you go, Ash. That worked. Live action. You should send me a link to it if you have one in our Discord. Because that does sound pretty cool. Because I know Troy is a movie with good old Bradley Pitt.
The movie was a mess.
It very much was. Hollywood's historical accuracy is one of the big reasons why I usually do not watch. It's all good, Ash. Don't worry about it. It's on Netflix. Okay, cool. Then I will look it up because we have subscription to everything because we either pay for it or we have friends who pay for it.
Tell you what though, HBO Max has been like
A
providing
plus.
all of my entertainment recently.
Yeah, A plus recently. Between that and Disney Plus.
I don't know what else is going on Disney Plus right now other than like WandaVision.
Well, The Mandalorian was going on. Watching that.
Oh yeah. That's old news.
Oh yeah, there's still people doing reaction videos to everything.
That's fair.
This is very chill, sad music. No change it.
I'm gonna have my headphones in.
It is very chill, sad music.
The second season of Snowpiercer started, and a new episode came out earlier this week, and I haven't watched it yet. So now that I remember, I would probably actually do that later tonight. When
You made comments on that. I want to rewatch the Snowpiercer movie before I start watching it, just so I'm caught up on what pieces I missed.
Yeah, well, I mean, the movie is technically a different continuity. Like the movie takes place later than the show, and the show is sort of a reboot of it. So like they're basically, they seem to be like somewhat parallel stories, where like things are mirrored in the one that happens similarly in the other, but not quite the same. But the Snowpiercer is also a graphic novel that I just saw got a new release at Barnes & Noble. We were at Barnes & Noble the other day, so I'll probably pick that up and experience that version of it as well.
Too weird. How about try a different one? About R&B. Gospel. We're professionals. We know what we're doing. Ha! Both in my bubble. I got a bachelor's degree in anthropology and in classics. Let's go. I'm doing nothing with them. So I'm switching over to what Criss is painting as well. They are 3D printed models of purple worms.
Could have done more work in joining them at the seams, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's whatever. For those of you who just joined us, thank you for joining. Please follow the channel if you haven't already. We really appreciate any help we can get, and we appreciate you for doing it. We are painting minis right now. Like I just said, I've switched over to what Criss is also painting, 3D printed purple worm. Purple worm. Maybe. I mean, I did work in the field. I technically did an archaeological survey in Greece for like 3 months. And I got offered actually a couple opportunities to go to the University of Cincinnati to be a master's student there. But when I got back, a lot of things happened. I started getting into different work. I started working for the company my dad works for.
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Woogie, woogie, woogie. Oh, hey, Billy! Welcome in. Thanks for joining
just
us.
Drop this wet mini on my lap.
We are nerds. Is that you that brought in, like, the 6 people?
Prepare to be thoroughly underwhelmed.
Yeah, with our work. Rob did. Oh, thank you, Rob. If you are here, I appreciate you. Also, sorry, Billy, you can't repay the justice I gave to your stream the other day. I'm working on it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I won't even say it's an inside joke. It's just something funny that Billy started doing that I was like, haha. I think I might work on this guy. I'm really into bigger minis now. Painting the small ones is a little... Yeah. Thank you for the bits, Billy. And yes, Monkey. He put a soundbite on his stream. That's the animated Kung Fu Panda series when Master Oogway goes, Monkey. Which is one of my favorite soundbites ever.
That's fair.
I went on his stream the other day. Hydrate. Does alcohol count?
It's gonna have to.
I may steal it. Although I did say that idea the other day and you were like, stealing my idea. And I was like, no, yes. Also, thank you for the recommendation on the individual on Fiverr. I got some work done, and you should be seeing a new emote. Or a couple new emotes, I should say.
Something under the table.
Dope. Cool, I will go check it out when we're done with this. Probably after I take Criss back home. I'm thinking Earthshade for this, right? For the wash?
I have a purple wash.
Or, yeah, I could do the contrast.
No, I literally have a purple wash.
Yeah, you shouldn't be getting it, though, because you're subscribed. But... But yeah, they took what I gave them and did really good work on it. I'm really happy. Well worth the money I spent. Also, for those of you who are in our Discord, I'll actually, if you want to join our Discord and recommend us minis to paint, literally anything that we have access to, which is a lot, let us know and we will print it and paint it.
Yeah, name a monster.
But yeah,
probably got it.
We'd like to start doing that and kind of branch away from the Noldr's miniatures, not because they're bad, they're literally beautiful, but we want to...
We've sort of gone through most of the best ones.
Diversify the stuff we're painting. So I know Rob has mentioned a few different companies that make minis. But
you can probably see very small here in the background are some of my Matt Colville dragons from the Strongholds and Followers Kickstarter that I backed. a whole long while ago. They're assembled, they're primed, their gaps are not filled, but some of their mold lines are gone. These are basically, you had to get these like from the Kickstarter, and that's pretty much it. So I've been holding off doing them because like I don't want to do them wrong and have to like strip them and do it, because like this fucking chungus, this would take forever to strip correctly. Like I have enough like simple green, I have like bottles and bottles of it now, but just the process of a little toothbrush trying to carefully go over all of it, like that would kill me.
Yeah. Well, talking on minis, since I know you didn't get to talk about it on Sunday, the new Boneyard set.
Yeah, very excited about that.
Which looks phenomenal.
So yeah, WizKids started doing some interesting stuff starting with this set in terms of like their marketing and sales with it. One, they finally opened up their own like Dungeons and Dragons like minis web store, so that you don't have to go through other sites if you don't want to. Granted, that not necessarily helping the local gaming store business, but one of the things about it is that specifically with this set, they started offering pre-order bonuses. One pre-order bonus, I think, is like the orc skeletons that you can only get from your local gaming store. They'll only have a few typically.
Much like the Yeti Tykes that they had on the website. Like a promo set for...
Yeah, and then there's a promo set of kobold skeletons that you'll get with each like set amount purchase from from the website of like Boneyard minis. So if and when in the next couple weeks / beginning of March we end up getting a brick or two or whatever, plus the 2 premium like bonus ones. Yeah, green Dracolich, blue Dracolich. Y'all haven't seen those minis, like...
Yeah, go on Minis Gallery, seriously. If you guys like the minis and the way that they look, a lot of them are set pieces. Like, I have... you can't see it, but literally sitting on top of my PC, I have the Shartlin Dragon. And I have my RGB on the PC to match it. Because it's a chungus. It's probably never going to get used on a table. But it's pretty, and it costs money, and I'd like it to at least be displayed. But yeah, the Boneyard minis look really good. And they're starting to fill in the minis that they missed in previous sets. And they're really starting to open up their horizons on what they're making, especially with like the release of the Critical Role minis coming out. I think they're starting to listen to fans who are like, hey, this is what we would like to see. And I think that first started with the release of the new dragons that were coming out.
Yeah, I think they've built up enough capital to be able to really experiment and go wild and trust that there's gonna be like a fan base response to pretty much everything.
Yeah. Well, and it also, I mean, thinking about it more now in regards to like social media, you have all of these individuals who like make YouTube content who are basically getting like bricks of these items for free.
Yeah, they never used to do press release sets, but they've been doing that recently, which is super cool.
And super awesome for the communities of the individuals who make that content. Specifically like Gallant Goblin, who they're like always on the Minis Gallery discussion forums. Shout out to them.
What's up, Theo? I know you're watching this for sure.
Yeah.
We're totally on your radar, my dude.
Yeah. Well, I actually want a giveaway from that, though. But they're awesome. Ted from Nerd Immersion does a lot of stuff. We rated them recently. V, who we now have like a 1 mode of separation from, which is crazy. Gets the press release sets, but that's because she works like hand in hand with WizKids.
Yeah, it's super cool to see the creators who like a couple years ago were just like, the bigger YouTube names, but it's like, hey, they're actually working directly with Wizards of the Coast and with WizKids and all that now. Like, it's super cool to see. All right, what? Okay. Way too late.
But yeah, for Mythic Odysseys, I can't speak. Mythic Odysseys of Theros, the Polycranus mini is.
Which one is that?
That's the big Hydra.
Oh yeah.
Is dope. It is such a beautiful mini, and like, as someone who is not really into Magic, but has definitely like have some friends who are really into it, and to be able to understand the Greek culture that comes behind it.
You know who just started getting into Magic?
Who?
Ashley.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because of your friend. Who, by the way, I have that dice set. I just have to get it to you or them.
Yeah, Austin and Grace took Ashley to Terra's to do like Magic Night, and so Ashley has like first deck of cards. One. So she got like extra like pre-release set cards from.
Oh hell yeah!
From that, yeah.
Congrats, Ash. That's no small feat. Magic is a interesting game to play. What color are you doing the inside? You doing a skeleton bone or?
Yeah, like a beige.
Because I was gonna separate it from bone protrusions on the side.
I'm doing the purple all the way to where it sort of wraps around the bone.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I just need to figure out what.
Yeah, this one's real nice in that it's like it has this clear cut delineations where you can choose your colors.
Well, I'm also gonna do the bones white.
Skeleton.
Tum. But yeah, that new set of minis is looking pretty good. Been paying attention to it. In fact, I think I just sent Chris today a thing on it.
I think I looked through it. I don't remember.
They update the pictures every once in a while. They updated the picture for the Blue Dragon that's coming out in April on the actual WizKids site. So I would assume that that'll be on Minis Gallery soon, unless they have a weird thing where they can't post those pictures.
Doubt it. Because they credit all the picture sources.
But yeah, if there's any minis you want to see us paint, probably have already said this a million times, just let us know. We will see if we can print it, and we'll print it if we can.
Yeah, so I realized that my big liter of gray resin that I've almost finished going through actually expired like a couple weeks ago. It does have a shelf life. And I guess during quarantine, I just wasn't active enough to quite get through that liter, which is really sad. So I started busting into my water washable white that David got me for my birthday, which some of these are the water washable white. It's the first ones that I've successfully printed using that resin.
Oh. It's a big deal.
Well, its settings for that resin aren't too different from like the standard settings, but it behaves kind of weirdly.
Chain printed game on sent it all the way down.
Oh, that's right. The one that I'm not allowed to know what it is. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably notice it once we see it, but it's like, that's not a WizKids minion.
Well, that looks printed, good sir.
I mean, it's a little harder to tell when they're painted. Unless the like layer lines are really obvious.
The layer lines on this one were, and Shane was like, I need to work on getting it to where it doesn't look like that. But I didn't mind literally.
Yeah, with trying to do minis with FDM, like, it's much harder because you have to have really, really small layer heights and like nozzle extrusion size. I want to print another one of the illithid busts.
I still have that one down there.
Somewhere.
I was actually thinking about painting it.
Yeah, I want to print another one so that I can paint it because like I don't have to do any updates to the supports because I know it already worked. Just got to throw another one on, but that's like that's a solid like $12-13 print.
Funky.
Well, it's just because it's tall. Sphinx. Oh man, there's a bunch of good Sphinx minis.
There's one. There's the one that V was just painting it. It's for the Guildmeister's Guide to Ravnica set.
Yeah.
The unpainted version.
Age of Sigmar, Warhammer Age of Sigmar has a Sphinx mini as one of the like specialty units for one of the armies. I don't fucking remember which one. But, like it looks so cool. And of course it's a Warhammer mini, so it has like swappable bits that you can build it a couple different ways with different features.
A cool concept to me.
Yeah, there's some 3D printing creators who do modular bits, like they'll have different hands and different weapons and stuff. That when you buy the STL, like you get all of the
Additional
variations.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Pretty dope.
Artisans Guild does that a lot. They'll include like one fully put together version of the mini that's like I guess the standard one, their favorite version of it or whatever. And then you'll get a bunch of extra hands and heads and helmets and weapons and shit. This guy's a lot of fucking teeth.
Yeah, he does. I was just about to say those. Jesus. Oof.
This was a weird one to print because I specifically had to do it with all of the bits facing up so that I didn't have to support all of them individually. That would have been a fucking nightmare. Like I'm really proud of the way that these turned out. Of course, it was a while ago, and it was back when I was very, very successful with all my prints, and I didn't really have any failures at all. Since then, my shit's gotten fucked up. So this worm has like a jaw, like this mandible around the edge, right? You see that?
Yeah.
I think I'm actually gonna paint that purple too.
I probably will too after looking at it. I just wanted to get pieces out of the way. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday night. Getting ready for the inevitable chaos that is Critical Role for those of you who've caught up.
Not me. Not caught up.
Vague enough, because, like, let's be honest. Inevitable chaos. Even the shopping episodes. Whew. Anyone excited for the Super Bowl?
A dude mentioned that to me at work today when he was hanging up the phone. He's like, all right, enjoy your Super Bowl. And I was like, the fucking Super
thanks.
Bowl? That's still a thing? Like, I haven't thought about the Super Bowl in fucking forever.
I have so many Grung minis, it's crazy.
Rungs. Rungs are fun. They're just too small to paint.
Yeah. Circle of Spores Druid is pretty good. If you
lose your train of thought.
yeah. If you guys want to see a Circle of Spores Druid at level 20 in action, come watch me every other Monday on the Table Troop channel when I do their One Punch campaign.
One Punch!
I literally play 20th level Berserker Druid, or Berserker Barbarian. Jesus. And that is a riot. His name is Durant. The whole premise is we're going through Hoard of the Dragon Queen, but it's Billy, me, and Asa playing, and we all didn't talk about our characters like at all with each other, but somehow managed to be the same color skin without trying, and are also somehow also very well suited to be the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse minus Famine. So our like side quest in it is that we're looking for Famine.
That's very strange, but that's cool. I like that. Alright, but so, okay, if the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse were different entities that weren't, you know, War, Famine, Death, Pestilence, or Victory, or whatever your fucking other one is, that fourth one is always, you know, the one that sort of fluctuates. If it wasn't those four, what four horsemen would you come up with?
For the end of the world?
Yeah, I guess death can stay the same.
Death will probably stay the same.
Like if the others had to change and you couldn't use those same ones, what would you use?
I like the use of Neil Gaiman's use of changing pestilence to pollution. I thought that was a really cool one.
Sort of the same thing. Oh, from Good Omens. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Pollution's a good pick for me in place of pestilence because I think that has a lot to do with today's world. Heavy point of my anxiety is that the world's going to end, but ironically, it's very easy to talk about when it comes to hypotheticals. So, but
you don't have to match them, but just like if you had to pick 4 new Horsemen of the Apocalypse, what would they be?
instead of war, I'd probably say wealth. Because, like, I feel like economic status will have a lot to do when the end times come.
But like, is that a sign of the apocalypse as well?
Yeah, but in like a... So I guess I'd say greed then, instead of wealth.
Okay.
I don't know what else I got. Xenophobia and racism is a good one. Not in a sense that those things are good, but in a sense that those are good alternatives to the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Those things are peachy keen.
Fuck racism, fuck xenophobia. We're all different for a reason. I don't know. Maybe greed and poverty, or poverty instead of greed. What would you do?
Well, I'm trying to think. That's why I haven't said anything. That's a good question. I say, as I'm the one who asked it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I try to pick as groovy as I can. It's R&B music right now. It was on gospel for a second, but I didn't know if anyone wanted to listen to gospel music. Unless it was like the Hercules soundtrack. We are the music. You'll appreciate this. The other day, I was just like in a very weird musical mood.
sure.
So I pulled out my red book for the first time in like 2 years. Started looking through it, singing some of it. I say you'll appreciate that because you're a pro.
That stuff is pretty good though.
Some of it. Person is singing. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I miss our MMMs. I miss like all of it.
The community aspect of it.
Yeah, like actually doing something for community. I don't miss being made an example of because I was someone who was easy to be made and die. But
I don't remember any of that. I was not.
You were not a part of it then.
Yeah.
Because at that point in time, if you guys were a part of it, like the Johns, the Danny Evanses would not have let that shit flow. Like that. But oil. Ash says science deniers. I'd agree with. Flat earthers, anti-vaxxers.
Yes. Ignorance.
Oh, ignorance is a good one. Yeah.
That'd be a good summation of all that.
Oh, what was the one that the one that we like never played except during like Valentine's Day shows? Let Me Call You Sweetheart, which was my favorite song.
That one had the worst baritone part.
Yeah, best baritone part was probably Brown Eyes because it had the melody.
Yeah.
For all their shortcomings, I did not mind the barbershop group that started to permeate Find Me Alpha. Because it was actually fun music. Like, to listen to. And...
Yeah, for sure.
But man, when they were like, we're singing Barbershop or That's It, I was I want to. Get in there. Willful ignorance specifically. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, but have you ever heard of a horseman with two names?
I'm war. I'm pollution, pestilence, whatever. I'm death. Hey, my name's Willful Ignorance.
Will.
Full ignorance. Oh, I had a really good one. Injustice. I think would be a good one.
Yeah, but again, is that a sign of the apocalypse or is that just some shit?
What's to say that signs of the apocalypse aren't just...
Hey, we're the four horsemen of like every other Thursday?
Yeah. There's Kevin, there's Phil. We've got other names, but we like to go by these.
Kevin, what do you represent? Oh, I'm when the trash goes out. Woe be to he who forgets to take their trash out.
What about you? Oh, I'm for those streamers who decide to stream on Thursdays when they know that there are bigger things going on.
I didn't mean to just ignore your joke there, but I was very, very focused on what I was doing. That was a good joke stuff.
You're all good. I'm hyper aware of the fact that I'm funny. It makes telling jokes a lot easier.
If I was worried about being funny, I probably would be less funny, I think. Not saying that you're
Oh no,
funny.
I don't care about being funny. If I can laugh at my own joke, I'm happy. It's kind of like that joke Rusty told me, which I'm sure that you've heard, but I'm going to say it now because it came up today in my life and I like saying it.
Sure.
About the frog that goes to the bank. So I'm going to say this on stream to our 5 viewers, which one of them is me, so 4 viewers, 3 viewers. So a frog walks into a bank, and he walks up to the teller and notices her name is Patricia Whack.
That's whack.
He goes, "Excuse me, Miss Whack, I'd like to pull out a loan. Just a small loan of $120,000.
I'm drunk.
Trying to put a down payment down on a house." Miss Whack looks down and looks at the frog and looks very confused. She goes, "Well, I'm going to need some more information. There's going to be collateral is going to be needed and some other things as well." He goes, "Oh, no, don't worry about that. I have a thing with the bank manager. He knows my dad." And she goes, "Okay, well, I don't, so I'll have to go through." He's like, no, you don't understand. Like, my dad's Mick Jagger, so like we have a thing with the bank." She goes, "Mick Jagger? Like the Mick Jagger?" He's like, yeah. He's like, "I'm a lesser known son. My name's Phil. I'm Phil Jagger."
He's a frog, right?
Yeah, he's a frog.
Okay. Just wanted to keep that straight.
She's like, "Okay, well, that's interesting. Regardless, I'm still going to need collateral." And he's like, "Oh yeah, of course." So he reaches into his pocket. He pulls out this like little tin toy soldier and puts it down on the table. He's like, "I think that'll do." She goes, You realize this is a loan of like $120,000?" And he goes, yeah, I understand. He's like, don't worry about, like, you can go talk to the manager if you want to. I promise you, like, this will work. He kind of pushes the tin soldier forward. She's like, okay, just hold on a second. I'll be right back. She goes and talks to the bank manager, and she hands him the toy tin soldier. She goes, yeah, he says he's the son of Mick Jagger. This frog, he's asking for like $120,000 loan. He gave me this little toy as collateral, and I just don't know what to do. And the bank manager looks at it, kind of chuckles to himself. He goes, that's a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give the frog a loan. His old man's a rolling stone.
It's not funny.
And that, to this day, is one of my favorite jokes. Because Rusty said it. Also, welcome in, everyone. You just missed the best joke ever told.
Requires so much setup for, like, not the best punchline.
Please follow the channel. Consider subscribing if you have the money for it.
Yeah, for more shit humor.
So thanks for joining us. We're currently painting these printed, 3D printed minis. It's a purple worm. Really good. Did you use a contrast on the bottom?
Yeah. I'm a lazy bitch.
You have that purple contrast? Oh, thanks. It is the best. I was looking for this when I was painting the mini that Shane sent me. I couldn't find it, so I had to use the Templar, which ended up working out really well.
Okay.
If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We love talking with chat during this time. I'm sure Chris loves it after hearing that joke and wanting not another one to come up.
Travis wants to add obesity and religious extremity to the Four Horsemen.
Is he at the house right now?
Yeah, he probably got home just a little bit ago.
I always miss him when I come pick Chris up, and it's upsetting.
Well, he gets home real late these days.
Because I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, I know. He's got a big boy job.
What's the job? Plus, he's doing like a bunch of class shit on top of it. He's busy like 24/7.
Tell him I said hi, and I'm not upset with him. He did come up in conversation the other day, though. Because we were talking about how now that I'm literally, what's today, the 4th?
Yeah.
Literally like a month from today. Yeah, I understand. He came up in conversation the other day because we, that is Hunter and I were talking about, one, how within literally in a month I'm turning 25. But I was like, I always used to be mad when I go over and hang out with Travis because, like, when he was throwing a party, I was like, oh, it's going to be like old times when we threw parties at the backyard and we'd be up till like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then like 11:30 hit and he's like, cool, we're going to bed, we're shutting the party down. And I didn't understand it. And then I got to this age and have a job, and I started to realize that I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'll still be up till 3 a.m. some nights, but it's because melatonin isn't working, and my brain is too involved in watching whatever season of Taskmaster I pulled up on YouTube.
Well, but pre-COVID, I went to a college party.
Gross.
And I realized how much I hated them.
Cool when you live there. But
yeah,
like...
the backyard's awesome. The backyard was amazing for college parties because you could, if you lived there, you had the setup. You could drink to your heart's content and then immediately jump in your bed. But when you have to drive somewhere and you're the oldest and everyone there's like, yeah, man, we're playing beer pong. Do you want to play? And they're like, wow, you're so good, bro. Thank you. I've been playing for 7 years.
Right.
I'm good because I have practice.
What else was I watching? I just finished watching season 2 of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. Good shit.
Animated series.
Yep. I love me some Jurassic World cartoons.
I think you just like Jurassic.
Like dinosaurs, Jurassic World is one outlet for that.
Dinosaurs, yeah. I remember when Jurassic World was going to come out, and for those of you who don't know, Chris and I were roommates for a decent amount of time. And I shit you not when I say this, Chris guessed probably 75% of that movie before it even came out.
Yep. That's because I write movies, not because that was any particular example of it. I mean, I do that all the time. Where we'll be watching...
It's still impressive.
And we'll be watching something and just be like, yeah, but this is what's going to happen here. How do you know? Well, it's because we write movies.
Yeah.
Like, past a certain point, you know,
Rewatching.
It's really hard to be surprised by movies these days. Like,
it's hard to be surprised by any movie. It's not even just new movies that are coming out. It's old movies. I was watching a movie with someone who's a friend of mine, and I was watching it with Hunter, and they were showing it to Hunter for the first time, and I had not seen it either. And I was like, oh, let me guess, this happens? And they got really upset because they were like, you're ruining it. And I was like, I have never seen this movie before. I was just guessing.
Yeah, it's like... It's not. I'm saying these days, as in like as I get older, my adult life, and I've become more aware of the latent patterns. Where like I will just hope against all hope that a movie subverts one of those tropes. It's like, oh, this series looks like it's gonna have a happy ending, but like, what if it didn't? Like, how dope would that be?
Also, thank you to those of you who are still here. I know talking about this is probably not the most intriguing conversation, but let's dry. So I guess I'll move to something else.
Soon I'm climbing all four walls in my apartment. I can't spend another second with my brain. Gotta get up and get out, but there's a problem. Every time I go outside, I see your face. Wish you could be here right now. Lay here by my side all day, all day, all day. Tell me it's gonna be alright. We gon' work it out. No way, no way, no way. The floor is cold, it chills my bones. I'm all alone. Still miss you. It's been a month since you've been gone. I'm all alone.
I probably actually the calendar's it. Near the end of February, I actually might have some time. And I know that Hunter's ready to get out of the house.
Don't you know?
We may take you up on that offer. Come hang out.
Where'd you go, babe? Can't you see that I need company? I'm losing it, losing my way. Only get through when it's you plus me. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Honestly, can't you just call me? Where you at? Where'd you go, babe? Let me fix my mistakes.
triple date. That triple date's gonna consist of staying inside and drinking.
Yeah.
But, I mean, sure.
What's different? What's new? I'm just now remembering that I haven't eaten. So what happens when you get off work at 6:15? You got like 20-30 minutes to get all your shit together. And then in the middle of all that, you're also trying to finish priming some minis and getting your stuff ready to go.
Ow, my neck. Contrast. It's also just a good mini. It's got like a lot of cracks on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this sculpt was a free one by, I believe this is the Schlossbauer print. But I have a whole bunch of purple worms, and I don't remember which one's which. I am pretty sure that this is a free sculpt, though.
I want to get this treat done at some point. Dark.
What?
The
Yeah, the renderings are all really dark on all of those.
Ooh, it's getting hot. I'm gonna move away from country music. You don't have a
What? I don't have a what?
I don't remember. I was just gonna say, gave you off.
I'm tongue-tied, twisted around your finger like a piece of string. I'm winded, chasing after your ghost is real exhausting. I'm in love, but
Were you gonna ask if I had a preference?
I don't remember. Just forget what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what you might have been asking about.
Yeah, I don't remember. We've got about 20 minutes left.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, I remember from Kimmy's art that she had sent me for like the inspiration for Bryce. Bryce mostly wears black. Like, shit's gonna show up so well.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Very easy to paint.
I'm ready for you guys to get out of this, if you get out of it. See what happens. Ooh-wee. Hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good old brass. Oh, I got the.
Yeah, good old character we haven't met yet.
Did you see the
Classic.
Did you see the item I made? I made her.
No, I haven't looked at her character sheet for anything.
The great sword is.
Wedge. Which of these is brighter? Silver?
Silver dragon. 100%. Down. I really like it.
Yeah.
Look. It's the outskirts of the. Oh, who lives in a pineapple? Under a pineapple, under a pineapple, under a pineapple, under a pineapple. Don't forget, for those of you who come and join us on our Tuesday night campaign and our Friday night campaign, I still have to talk to Shane about it, but I am allowing. There is a channel points, guild points reward, where you grant inspiration to a character of your choosing for about 3,000 channel points. It only is allowed twice per stream, but if you're trying to help out, make sure you're there on Tuesday. And if I talk to Shane about it, he agrees to it Friday. But that and the change your brush thing. Pending. I think I'm done painting. I haven't been.
I feel that.
I had this like weird.
Are you not going to wash his belly? Or like touch back up over the belly for all the drips you've gotten on it?
I may just walk. Do you have a brown? Yeah. I just haven't been feeling it. I had a weird like drop today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just hit very weirdly. Alright. Let's go! Let's go! Wow! I was watching someone. Oh! I remember. You seen those TikToks where it's the girl playing?
I'm not on TikTok. Depends on if Ashley or Kimmy has shown me.
Is it Do I Want to Know by the Arctic Monkeys? This girl who plays it like really slow on her guitar, just like down, and then people over it will be like, "Never felt the cold breeze of Colorado."
To chew 5 gum.
But they do like Ford, Chevy, like it's this stupid stuff, but it's so funny to me. Actually, I have not watched. Did you see Earthshade?
Yeah.
Or Sepia?
Either one. They're going to come across pretty soon.
Earthshade. And I'm always true. What is that? I've also, oddly enough, been doing a lot of like. There's a lot of people on TikTok who are like D&D TikTok, and they ask for advice. I've been doing a lot of DM advice things.
Sure.
Which I don't really know if I'm prepared for.
As much as anybody else would figure.
Shit.
Also, Ash, yes, I will talk to Hunter about it and see how she's feeling. Because, like I said, she's been wanting to get out of the house, but she's also been not super social recently. She's comfortable with it. Hey. Anything I don't like. Sit it up.
Yeah, at some point I'll get all my stuff switched to dropper bottles, but not today.
The only reason I'm going CPL.
Yeah.
Greenish. Fuck. Sepia.
The mucky muck.
The Mucky Muck and the Clucky Cluck.
Again. I was making a Wonder Boy reference. Tenacious D.
Wonder Boy.
What is the secret of your power?
We were actually talking about that because Hunter made a comment about the fact that there's a lot of like alt girls that are like simping over Jack Black right now.
That's good though.
And
He
I was like,
deserves it.
yeah, I was like, he deserves it. He's a decent human being. He is an amazing musician.
You fucking thick.
He's got the ultimate dad bod. Like we stand. Oh, hey, Game Master Craig. Thank you for the raid. We really appreciate it, and for all the people who are following right now.
Oh shit, what's up, y'all?
Thanks for joining. We are currently in the midst of painting these printed minis.
I printed.
Currently, we're both working on the purple worm that was painted.
And also my girlfriend's character.
Yeah, and also the character that's coming into our Tuesday night campaign at some point in the future.
That was satisfying.
You know what else is satisfying?
How it feels to chew 5 gum?
How it's... I'm stretching right now. You can't see me. Here, I'll get on screen a little bit better.
Wait, have we been commanded?
We've been commanded.
By Eviuffins? I know it's supposed to be muffins, but like...
Eviuffins? It's muffins with an extended M, Chris. Come on. Get it right.
Shit.
But thanks for the follow. We really appreciate it. If you'd like to keep up with our content, it could be Roman numerals. You're right. You could be... There's no space, so it'd be kind of weird. But you could be
I'd say IVI is
4-1
not a proper
muffins.
not a proper Roman numeral.
Follow us on all of our stuff. Thing is, this is the end of the episode. Don't forget that we put our VODs up on YouTube. So if you miss any of the action or the conversations that Chris and I have about random stuff on
Will we
Thursday
possibly go a single week without talking about the backyard?
night- Probably not.
It just always comes up.
It does. And it's usually because I'm nostalgic about living in college, realizing that I'm about to leave the state.
We were talking about me and Kimmy how There are a lot of bits that we miss about that time, but like, fuck off having to do like papers and work and shit. Like, I know that's stuff Travis still has to deal with today because you know all his internship and masters and stuff. But like, hell no, this is the worst. This is specifically why I took art classes, so that I wouldn't have to fucking write papers.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I was starting to realize. I was like, man, I really love to go back to school. And then I talked to Rusty recently, and he's like, yeah, grad school's awesome. I had to write like a 200-page essay the other day, but it was like all good. And I was like, I don't know if he meant 200 pages, but if he did, that's fucking scary.
Just casual.
Oh,
It's not that. It's not that. There it is.
he's starting to come on. Are you doing white for the?
I mean, I'm washing them before I hit the tips. But yeah.
Just a tip. But yeah, let's see. What do we have coming up on stream? We've got our Friday night campaign tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Shane.
I want to do character art for those chunguses, but
Yeah. I like the characters that are on there.
I
Really
took
cool.
very detailed notes of all of what they look like during that first episode. I have it on a Google Doc, but I'm probably not going to do anything with it.
Over the Kale Jaw Peaks with 4 players, a couple members of the Stream Anything's founders group. Sunday, Chris will be back here, and I will be in my own house with our Back in Stylus episode for digital art. Are we working on STL files again, or are we
I don't know.
past that?
I depends on if I have something better to work on,
Okay.
but I do have more of those to do.
Yeah.
I got a new slicer called Lychee Slicer that I've been trying to figure out how to use to its fullest extent, but like I haven't. The first print that I tried with it like did not go well.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just gonna stick with my regular tedious fucking manual placement workflow.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, we'll be doing digital art on Sunday. And then back to your regularly scheduled programming for Tuesday night with the Minds Game, our next episode in the midst of the dungeon, the good old halls of Von de Beer. And then next Saturday, we will have our next episode of Dungeon Brawl. So I tried to create a schedule thing on here, but which is very weird about line breaks, and I don't want to put just a metric shit ton of information right on the screen. So
Did I post that
you did,
the new advert with all the logos in it?
yeah. I think is on our Twitter, Instagram, and in our Discord. So if you'd like to keep up to date with all the stuff that we've got going on, we do a lot of D&D 5e stuff for those of you who are joining from the raid and may not have heard of us before. We do a lot with that kind of stuff, 5e specifically, but we also branch off to other RPG systems, and we're looking to do that. So yeah, we do this, we do digital art, we do a couple campaigns a week. We're looking to add another campaign shortly with one of the players and founding members' words. Words for sale if you want to go look him up on Twitter and on Twitch. But a lot of cool stuff coming up. Got some emotes coming out soon. Super excited. So thanks everyone.
Meme modes.
Meme modes. Meme mode. You always have like a much darker, grittier your painted minions. I like it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mine are always like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, better watch your backs. Oh. Yours are like,
Goofy.
what happened?
Damn it.
Yours are always like,
Maxie, your dad doesn't just have sex.
Your dad
Yup.
fucks.
For those of you who don't know us and are just joining us, this is a normal thing.
Sorry, Brock Baker, for massacring your...
We also used to do this when we lived together, but no one was there, so it was just the two of us.
Actually,
Our neighbors were probably very disturbed.
pretty sure our neighbors were like old ladies. And then there was that like
Makes it even worse.
Spanish family who either they had a lot of visitors or like 8 of them lived there.
They didn't care. I stop by there every once in a while to see if they want. Oh, got about 5 to 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna say that I am done for the night. I'll let this wash dry on Chungi.
Headphone warning, sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, but if any of you have any questions, please feel free to put them in chat while we finish up here. We'd love to answer them. We love having conversations and chatting up. I recently made a comment about the Super Bowl, but that's literally only because I'm from Tampa. So go Bucks. Will they win? Who knows?
Sports.
Oh, so I was making a comment the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you know, now that we're getting back into like working out and stuff, being more active, I was like, when I first started working out, we were playing D&D still, and like the Jocks Machina shirt came out, and I was like super into that look because it was super simplistic and like a really nice shirt. And I was like, and I wanted it, but I don't think it's made anymore. And I was like, and they just came out with the Swole Regard shirt, and I like that shirt too, so I might like pick that up soon. Hunter literally went on like Teespring and made me a Jocks Machina shirt.
Nice.
And ordered it for me, and I can't tell you how happy I was. It's awesome. And then we immediately cut it up.
Yep.
Man, how are you so good with the D? My hands are too shaky for it.
Because I kind of don't care. The details are really not great from close up.
This is
I don't
also...
I don't think I like. I don't
This
think
is-
I like that color. I don't like the green.
Oh,
I'll probably
did you-
switch to like a
Did you
maroon.
just contrast paint like the whole thing and then dry brush over it?
Yes, I did. I've only dry brushed over the green. Everything else is the same.
This is also the Umber cosplaying as Lucy Liu from Kill Bill 1.
Oh yeah, with the top of the head.
That's
sliced off.
that's a very specific reference.
But yeah, my good boy, Umber from our Monday night game, who no one gets to see.
Yeah,
Printed him in double size because this is where you get all them good details. These will be fun to paint. I'm gonna do these for every character that I have. So all of the Minds Game crew is gonna have them. All of my Sun.7 crew is gonna have them.
I don't know what it is.
Who? What is? Who is what?
Who is what is who is what?
Who
Right.
goes there?
Am I right or am I right?
We also have Astra with some busted up pieces. If
If
I could cobble the 2 best parts of all these, we would have a pretty decent mini, but both of them are pretty fucked. This guy's back skirt broke off. This guy's front skirt broke off. This guy's face is fucked up. This one's axe is fucked up. The shield always turns out great, but like, yeah.
Which is impressive because it's a really detailed shield. I am in love with this. I love the fact that you like Big Chungus printed him. Like obviously for like enlarge and stuff, but like
No, it's just because I wanted to do him 300% scale instead of 200.
I will learn enlarge just so you can use this mini on screen for
God.
when we play on Monday. Because that's just so cool.
The only thing I don't like, I have to sand the bottom because he rocks a little bit. The base is just the tiniest bit warped.
Speaking of, are you doing a enlarged Astra?
Yes.
'Cause that would be
Everybody,
juiced.
everybody gets enlarged. Partially because I want the statue versions of them, like the big ones that are nice to paint, but also because they are useful.
Yes, because I use
Like
More
I want to
than
do a
four.
75mm one, but it'll be about this big.
shout out to
But
if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah,
That'd
like
be awesome.
Umber needs to be bigger because he's like 7 something, but he's not. Like
Yeah.
he's only taller than Asher because Asher is like hunched over because Eldritch Foundry doesn't let you edit their heights yet.
Oh, like Hero Forge does?
Yeah, not yet.
I mean, I guess if they were standing up, Umber would still be taller, but I understand.
Yeah, just like he's not big enough, so I have to go back into the. I have to separate him from his base, like somehow perfectly slice it, or just like cut the base off. Enlarge him just like maybe 10%, stick him back on the base, or just keep him off the base, and then print him again. But I love the way that these wood planks came out on it. Like,
Oh, those, I was literally just about to mention them because I looked at them as I picked up them.
yeah, this is one of the base options that you can get from Eldritch Foundry, and it's super dope.
That's really nice.
Astra has like a cracked earth, like Morden earth, cracked ice thing. And then I think everybody else has like a really normal base, but
I want to do another big league.
yeah, I'll work them on here.
We should find big leagues.
Yeah.
Whether it's printed.
Yeah.
Alright, you got anything else you want to work on? Because it is 9:15 now, which is usually when we go to. Except when we do other things and we go longer. But anything else?
Nope. I'm probably just gonna wait to hold off on
Yeah.
the rest of the way.
All right. Well, like I said, please follow us on our socials, especially the Discord. If you have any recommendations for what we should paint, we can literally find and print anything. We do work with the Nolger's minis pretty consistently because they're good sculpts and they're useful in a D&D campaign. But yeah, if you have anything, please follow our Discord. We'd really appreciate it. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have all of our backlogs of stuff on there. But I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thanks for chatting with us in channel. Thanks for those of you who followed us and cheered. Please consider following the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe if you have the money for it. I understand it's a tough time right now. Hopefully we get those stimmy checks coming in soon. Resubscribe if you Twitch Prime subscribed. If you would like to do that, it is on a monthly basis. So we'd appreciate it. We appreciate you all. Thank you for joining us tonight. Like I said, enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy Critical Role if you watch it, and if not,
Go fuck yourself.
no. Have a good night. Get some good sleep. Yeah. Tomorrow's a new day. We'll be here for you, just in case it isn't as good as you were expecting. Especially tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Over the Kill Job. Thank you again, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
My night.
Good night.